We've had 3 discoveries, and that has spawned 39 separate development wells. So it's all about scope and repeatability. We think we've got that. It's a tried and true play type in the Llanos Basin in Colombia. 3-way structure up against a fault.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Marshall Abbott. He is the CEO of Arrow Exploration. And Marshall, it's great to see you again. How are you?
Steve, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you as well. I know you've been traveling a lot, so it's good to nail you down to talk about your latest operational update that you put out yesterday. It showed some really interesting activity for the Tapir block. So I'll let you take it from there. Give us a summation there, Marshall.
Sure. Well, we've been active, as you know. We had 2 rigs going for a while, a single rig. In fact, outside of Ecopetrol, the national oil company, we're in the top 10% of active operators in country. So it's being recognized. Production is up 45% for this time last year, so we're in good shape there. 4,800 barrels a day plus. We're spudding our first low-risk exploration well on the 16th. That'll be followed in unison by another 3. So it's the same sort of play type that we're pursuing in all of the discoveries we've had. Let's keep in mind, we've had 3 discoveries, and that has spawned 39 separate development wells. So it's all about scope and repeatability. We think we've got that. It's a tried and true play type in the Llanos Basin in Colombia. 3-way structure up against a fault, and it'll be oil filled. So we're pursuing the same thing in Madagua Oeste, Madagua Ada, Capullo, Icaco. These are all very exciting and sizable fault traps that we've identified with the most recent 3D we shot last season. We're excited.
Absolutely. I noticed you also had some investment in a water disposal infrastructure there. Talk to me a bit about the decision to go that way.
Well, that's a really good question and a pertinent one. Thank you for that, Steve. So our water handling capacity a year ago was on the order of about 30,000 barrels a day of disposal. And as you may recall, in the Llanos Basin, the reservoir drive is a very strong aquifer that is recharged by rainwater out of the Andes. You have to be able to handle water, but at the same time, that water pressure is your friend. You recover much higher oil in place numbers than you would on a conventional reservoir. So it's your friend and a bit of your enemy. You have to be able to handle water. So now we have the capacity to handle just under 140,000 barrels of water per day with 3 disposal wells. So that allows us the luxury of being able to turn the pump speeds up too, so we can produce more liquid and more water and more oil. So it's working in our favor now.
Okay. You mentioned Madagua Oeste. I hope I said that correctly. You mentioned that a bit earlier and the work that you have planned there. Talk to me a bit more about that and really, as you mentioned, it's following the plan that you've sort of developed over the last few years that's been very successful.
Yeah, so from a geological setting perspective, it's 3-way closure up against a fault. Again, that's scope and repeatability. It's a sizable feature that has quite a bit of closure. So it's got an aerial extent that would exceed what we encountered at Carrizales Norte, which is probably our most profitable field. So we're very excited. It's got all the attributes of a successful well. It'll take 10 days to drill, and we'll have good log characteristics by then. And then contingent upon success, we have the ability now to drill another 4 horizontals in behind that. We have the cellars in place to drill horizontal development wells immediately. So we're well positioned there.
Okay. Right now, you're sitting as a company with absolutely no debt. You've got lots of work that you're doing. You've had some great successes so far. You've got net production happening. It seems like the company is really set up for this continued growth. Is that the plan for into 2026? And how do you see that moving forward?
Well, absolutely. Again, a good question, Steve. So, yeah, we're sitting, I believe, on the press release around 13 million of cash in the bank, and the monthly cash flow is strong. We've got a $20 million prepay facility in line with a major player. And we're not only are we looking at establishing additional exploration success, but looking at some of these bigger entities starting to decant assets. And we're kind of sitting there with our catcher's glove. So we have a goal internally of getting this company to 10,000 barrels a day. And we think we have the ability and the technical depth to do that.
Well, it's exciting times ahead. I know we're going to talk a lot more as things continue to develop. Marshall, thank you so much. Good to get an update from you on where the company's at. And I know it's going to be an exciting fall and into 2026.
Steve, it's always great talking to you, man. Thank you.
All right, enjoy it. Marshall Abbott, the CEO of Arrow Exploration.